And for the first time in 14 years, Kiwi Hawthorn enter a Dewar Shield pitch for Rugby Victoria. Welcome to Rugby Victoria's broadcast of the 2025 Dewar Shield. My name is Toby Hansen and we are live from the Lewin Reserve. For the first time in over a decade, Kiwi Hawthorn are back in Victoria's Premier grade, and they are joined by the Dewar Shield's most successful club and its first premier way back in 1909, the Melbourne Rugby Football Club. For the 20-time premiers, their setup looks a little different this year with some handy new recruits. After missing last year's finals, the Unicorns will hope this team can lead them back to the top. Their coaching staff brings a wealth of rugby experience to the role with an extensive CV. With the Kiwi camp, new coach Tom Dewar, who has last spent the 9 years at the Maroondah Rugby Club, will spearhead their first campaign of the club's story back in the Dewar Shield. This new ground at Lewin Reserve looks phenomenal. From Box Hill to Endeavour Hills, Footscray to Ashford, Parkville to Albert Park, Toorak to Moorabbin, and then here to Hawthorn. Wherever you are tuning in from around Victoria, Australia, or the globe, you are most welcome to Rugby Victoria's broadcast of the 2025 Dewar Shield. Kiwi Hawthorn about to kick off. And it is their fly half in Jacob Chilcott. Kick goes deep into the 22. It's kicked straight back out into touch by number 9 and vice-captain Clinton Herbst. Line out to come inside the 10, Kiwi Hawthorn with the ball. Bit of disorganisation from Kiwi Hawthorn. They'll have to forgive them their first line out in the Dewar Shield in over a decade. A big week for rugby in Australia. New broadcast deal changes to the 7 circuit, and referees pulling up here. Line out to come. It's a big line out. And here come Kiwi Hawthorn trying to break through the pack. They can't. They're going to be held up just inside Melbourne's 10. Ball's going to be brought out nicely. Off to their left. Finds Van Dyke. Van Dyke. Oh, hit up hard on the cricket pitch. Pulling it out wide. It's a good kick by the fly half and Chilcott. Chilcott sends it deep. Back to the 5. Melbourne will kick. Try to find touch. Won't get there. It's back up to halfway. Here they come. Chilcott again with the kick. Goes deep into their 22. It'll bounce back out. The kick's on. The kick is on. And here they come, Kiwi Hawthorn. Bartholomew Levi. Kia ora, Kiwi Hawthorn, and welcome back to the Dewar Shield. 5 love inside the opening 2 minutes. A phenomenal start for the home side. Sun gleaming. 30-degree weather in Melbourne. And Kiwi Hawthorn have started perfectly in their 2025 Dewar Shield campaign. Chilcott dead in front. No mistake. It's 7 love. First score for the season. And it's a big day here at the Lewin Reserve. Kick off to come from Melbourne. It's Landsman. Kick goes a little bit shorter than maybe intended. Oh, good take by the captain in Clouston, Alfie Clouston. Ball's going to be cleaned out nicely, and perhaps they'll kick. They will. Chilcott kicks. Chilcott kicks high, right back to the 10. That gets all the way back to Zach Landsman. Landsman in the white helmet. Tries to dance around. Can't. Held up just inside their own half still. It's a tough one. It's wide from Herbst. Clean out coming on the halfway line. Herbst will go again this side. This time off to his right. Oh, a big crunching tackle and a big tackle. Nicely done by Kiwi Hawthorn. Here they come through Chilcott. Melbourne held up. Feel like Kiwi Hawthorn might have an advantage here. Sloppy work from Landsman. A turnover almost. Ball rolled, played again. Here comes Landsman for Melbourne. Held up on his own 10. They just can't find any territory at the moment. A big from the big lock. Fenn is held up on the cricket pitch. Out to his left now goes Herbst, the vice-captain. A nice little run by the centre and King. King held up, rolls and gets the ball back out. Herbst off to his left one more time, finds his fly off again in Landsman. And a big rolling tackle. Melbourne, no territory gain. Kiwi Hawthorn defending well inside their own attacking half. Kick goes high, the Gary Owen, it's good. Knocks back, says the referee. And here come Melbourne on the outside. It's number 14 in Pengelly. He's got to get around one. It gets around him, and Melbourne, they will find the line. They'll go under the bar. Kick to come. It'll go 7-5. Just under 5 minutes. A high-scoring affair to kick off the Dewar Shield in 2025. Zach Landsman, kick to come. And a mist of silence goes around the Lewin Reserve. It's 7-5. No mistake made. Landsman sneaks it through. We've got a ball game here, 7-all. And we've gone just over 5 minutes at the Lewin Reserve. It's Kiwi Hawthorn 7 on their return to the Dewar Shield. And Melbourne 7 as well. Chilcott for the kickoff. He's been a handy play for Kiwi Hawthorn today already in these opening 6 minutes. Kicks out to the right, into the 22. Hands it off straight away. The kick will come from Herbst, the vice-captain. Won't get all the way. It's Ben Pope, the fullback. Runs it to halfway. Goes a nice little kick. Right into the 22. Drives Melbourne right back. And they're going to try and get him on the front foot here through Ben Pope. Pope held up and brings it out is Herbst. Scrum half has been good. The big prop to Tato gets it out. Oh, and here come Melbourne. It's through Sam Fenn. Fenn goes the handoff. Oh, the handoff just wasn't quite right. The link up. You can't blame him. Round one. Interception done well by Turton. They'll get the ball out. Kiwi Hawthorn and Chilcott will kick. Won't find touch. Gets to the fullback in Ben Pope. Pope has a chance to run it. He's got options to pass. Won't. Will run it right up to the 10. Gets crunched by a couple of Kiwi Hawthorn players. Herbst goes to the kick. Tries to find touch. Won't get there. Levi too good. He's been everywhere today. Bartholomew Levi. Dances around one. He tries to. Tripped up. And here they come now. Kiwi Hawthorn. Oh, big crunching tackle. And that was... They'll peel. A big run. And here they come. Kiwi Hawthorn in a couple of different jersey numbers. A good kick. Will there be a bounce? It'll stay in just. That was really good work by Zach Landsman. He'll go the check side and it'll go out between the 22 and the 10. It's Kiwi Hawthorn's line out and we've gone 7 minutes, or just about 8 minutes now, still 7 apiece at the Lewin Reserve. Austin, the line out is stolen, and Melbourne have a chance to do a number on them. Trying to get through. Tomlin with a nice handoff, tries to get through into Jackson. Gee, the hooker there just gives up the ball. And Kiwi Hawthorn can try and pounce now inside Melbourne's half. A good run by Clouston, the skipper. Alfie Clouston keeps him the ball. A nice little grubber kick from Chilcott. That'll go inside the 22. We'll have another line out this time. Melbourne get a throw at it. Lewis Pickford doing the throw for Melbourne, the number 8. Pass goes well, and Tomlin goes for a run. It's a good run indeed because he gets to the 22. Got options. They'll go the kick though. The kick is good. It's going to go over the line. Where did that sneak over? Just south of the halfway line. Line out. Incoming for Kiwi Hawthorn. You feel if they want to keep the pressure on, they need to win their line-outs. Lost the last one. And of course, we're disorganised at the start of this game. The line-out. Line-out was straight. Or perhaps it wasn't. No, line-out wasn't straight. They're going to kick. It's going to be Zach Landsman. He's kicked well. Kicks it to himself and just goes up and high. Puts the pressure on Kiwi Hawthorn's fly half and Jacob Chilcott. Chilcott dances around, gets tackled, held up. But they've held on to it. Another penalty incoming for Melbourne. Kicks it for the corner. That might just be in the 22 there. A bit hard to see in this glaring sun. Not complaining though. Beautiful day, 30 degrees. What a lovely venue this has turned out to be. A couple $1 million pumped in by the council and it looks phenomenal for rugby on a Saturday afternoon. Kiwi Hawthorn back into the Dewar Shield. First time over a decade. Line out's good from Melbourne and the rolling maul tries. Advantage the way of Melbourne here. They can't get it through. And there you go, and 10. That gets them nice and close to the line here. You would imagine tap and go, but it's not for me to say. They're going to like scrum. As I said, I want to say a lot of things, but that rolling maul looks good from Melbourne. And they're going to push their luck here with a scrum. Metres from the line. And the referee's just going to have a chat with them. An interesting dynamic as this ball is about to be fed back in. We'll wait for the bind call from the referee. Set is the call. Scrum's holding well. It's a beautiful thing. Ball picked out. And here comes the number 9 in Herbst. Gets around one. Held up. Kiwi Hawthorn have to defend for their lives here. The phases are building in through the number 6 of Wilson. Wilson held up. Metres from the line, the pick and go. They're going to try and drive it over the line. Phases building. And Melbourne have a chance to get through. They'll appeal for it and they'll get the try. Melbourne still their second. And will take the lead for the first time this afternoon. We've gone just about 13 minutes. And the score now reads 7-12, kick to come. Excellent play from the Melbourne Rugby Football Club. Built the phases, won penalties when it was important. Went in the scrum, nice purist option. Pick and goes were crazy, and they'll get over the line. Kick now out a little bit wide up. Landsman to kick. Kick sails over the line. Touch judge, happy with it. Perfect kicking game at the moment, 14-7. And the visitors take the lead for the first time this afternoon. And Chilcott to kick us off. The restart is good. Hangs up nicely. Oh, and the big crunching tackle. Oh, it's taken off nicely. Melbourne can get back up to their 22 into a position of advantage. Pulls it out to his left. And here they come. The hooker through Jackson. Jackson dances around one. Doesn't get through the other. Advantage to Melbourne. Through to the number 8 in Pickford. Pickford, the skipper for the Unicorns here. This ball's going to come back. There was a knock on. And he's tried to offload it there, and we'll come back for the penalty on the 22. Melbourne to hug that far side boundary. And the kick was excellent. Almost makes it to the 10 inside their attacking half. So it was good from Melbourne just, but it was saved by Fenn. Sam Fenn's played well today. Gets it out to Landsman. And here comes the big run through Tomlin. Oliver Tomlin gets it out. Picked out nicely. That 9-10 combo's been heavy today. And the number 14 in Pengali gets held up. Knocked on. Kiwi Hawthorn get the ball back. There's a knock on by Dewar there. Scrum to be fed by Kiwi Hawthorn. Broadcast side of the beautiful Lewin Reserve here in Melbourne's inner east, Glen Iris. So is the call. Scrum's folding and getting pushed nicely back by Melbourne. They'll keep the ball in. A nice flick goes out. Chilcott to kick. Chilcott, with a big hoof. Gets it right back to the number 11 in Dalgish. Dalgish gets it out. And here comes Ben Pope, the fullback. An excellent start. Denzel's around one. A nice little grubber. Won't get through because Levi's there. All the pressure on Kiwi Hawthorn, though, at the moment. Ball almost ripped out. Not quite. Ball spills out, though. They're going to play on. Flicked back with Nepal. Chilcott with the kick. Oh, it's nicely smothered, though, by Fenn. Melbourne are going to try and go with the advantage here. They've got the numbers. Fenn collects his own ball. Gets held up. Tries to push it out. Is Pope. Not quite, though. Feels like this game is turning strongly in Melbourne's favour. Trying to break through. And out comes Pope. He's going to get there for the line. Melbourne get their third. The pressure was building, and Kiwi Hawthorn could not sustain it. 19-7 kick to come, and it's been Melbourne's game this past 10 or so minutes. Kick to come has been perfect so far, Landsman, for Melbourne. Let's kick a little bit harder, though. Push back outside the 22. Tough angle. Right on the boundary he'll kick from. Oh, but there's no issues at all. No issues whatsoever. Score now. 7-21, Melbourne are building nicely. Kickoff happens. Trying to get lifted is Van Dyke. And knock on. No, offside rather. Will tap and go through Turden. Turden held up, but will make it inside their 22. Ball fed back. It's very unorganised for Kiwi Hawthorn. They just need to settle a little bit. Gets it out. Chilcott with a ripping pass. And here come now Kiwi Hawthorn through Nepal. Gets it out wide. Hawthorn going to score. They're going to snatch it in the corner. They'll find their second try. Here we go. 21-12. Kick to come right in the corner. But they respond perfectly, Kiwi Hawthorn, with the pressure mounting. Kuragorna with the try for Kiwi Hawthorn. Kick to come outside their 22. But in the one spick of shade they've got here, covered nicely by the beautiful trees on that far side. Kick from Chilcott. Pulls back. Oh, it was fantastic. Kick was good. 14-21. We're back to a converted try. Kick off from Landsman. Kiwi Hawthorn unable to retain it. And here they come with Tomerlin. Been everywhere today, Tomerlin. They'll pull it out nicely through Fenn. Fenn's another one that's getting a heap of the footy. The big lock. Not releasing. Well, there you go. So penalty to Melbourne. What will they pick here? The fly half in Landsman takes the footy. Has his eyes set on the corner. The kick come off the side of his boot, but finds touch, and finds touch legally as well. Line out to come. A topsy-turvy game here at the Lewin Reserve. And Kiwi Hawthorn have been able to respond a couple of times and keep the game at an even converted try. Line out's good, uncontested line out in fact. Van Dyke goes high, the rolling maul. This has looked good from Melbourne today. If they can keep this up, the pressure's good, and a try for Melbourne. That rolling maul has been fantastic. Almost too predictable, but it's worked out for them on multiple occasions this afternoon, and they will score another try. They'll push this score out to 14-25. 26 rather, and we'll have a kick to come. Landsman, can he uphold his perfect kicking record today? Does. White flag goes up. 14-28, we're back out to 2 converted tries. And Kiwi Hawthorn need to find the answers quickly. Plenty of games in the Dewar Shield round 1 happening around the grounds out at Melbourne University. It's Endeavour Hills 12-0. At Footscray 7-5 against Box Hill. Just down the highway at Quinns 17-5. And of course here we've got a ball game at 28-14. And of course Powerhouse, the reigning premiers, aren't in action until next week. Chilcott kicks toward the 22. Picked up nicely by Dalglish. Held up. They're going to go the up and under here, I suspect. The Gary Owen to income does, and he'll find touch. We'll have a line out inside the 10. Touchy's made the call for a line out inside the 22. Anywhere else, of course, on the ground would be the right call, but inside the 22 they can kick it out on the full. Luckily it's round 1. Ball comes out in the wash. Here come Melbourne. A big line out win. Tries to get it through Landsman. Landsman dumped into the cricket pitch. A great tackle. They'll pull it out here. Have their eyes set on the number 5 in Fenn. Fenn goes for a bit of a run. Held up though. Couple of metres gained. Penalty advantage. They're going to hold on to it. They'll take the penalty. Smart football IQ from Clinton Herbst. They'll go for the line out. Try to get this one into their attacking half and wheel. Up the hill and out of the ground the ball goes. Line out called on the 10. And it'll be Melbourne's line out. Line out's good. Melbourne will win it. And fall straight into a tackle. Here comes the vice captain in Herbst. Herbst pulls out to his left. And there goes Tolai Tato. Hard up well, Herbst. That 9-ton combo has been fantastic. Landsman finds his hands out. Dalglish spills the ball but retains it in the end. Ball's gone forward. Was it knocked on or spilled out? Couple of knock-ons in a row. It looks like it's going to be a Melbourne scrum feed. Live scores from around the grounds as well in North Sydney. This Super Rugby W grand final on today. New South Wales are currently up by 12 points against Queensland, 19-7 from the North Sydney Oval. And stick with us because we'll be getting live scores from around the grounds across Melbourne. Round 1 of the Dewar Shield. Scrum doesn't get through. Melbourne will retain it. A nice little flick off. Landsman gets it out to his winger. They can try and bounce now, Melbourne, through Pope at the fullback. Gets it out now to their far winger. And Dalglish tries to flick it to stay in. It will. Pope has it. Pope dances around 1, 2, but can't get through Levi a second time. Melbourne have a chance to run in their number 8. Pickford, the ball will spill out. And here come Melbourne now through Tomlin. Tomlin pulled into touch. Try. We'll wait to see what the call is here. They'll have a call to see. It'll be a line out. Probably the right call in the end. Line out to Kiwi Hawthorn, deep in their own half. I'll have to find a way out of this pickle. Another line-out loss for Kiwi Hawthorn. But what's their loss is Melbourne's gain. Tomlin trying to break his way through, can't. Herbs has got to run it himself and just hesitated a little bit on the pass. Finds his way out, Kiwi Hawthorn, for another line-out. They need a win. They do. They'll go short. They'll find that win in the line out. Melbourne are contesting this. He'll get it right back out. Chilcott to kick. He's got a big hoof on him. Will find touch well over halfway. Well, just inside, still their own half. Didn't quite make it in front of the Melbourne Rugby Club's tent. Pickford for the throw, will go deep. Herbst pulls it out to his left. Now it's the hooker in Jackson. Tomlin goes bursting through. Can't quite get it. Herbst goes wide into the prop in Taito. Ball held up. It'll be a Melbourne penalty. Getting spoken to by the referee is Kiwi Hawthorn's captain in Alfie Clouston. We'll come back toward the broadcast side. Plenty happening on the opening day of the Dewar Shield. He's pointed towards the post. He's going to kick for goal. This is going to be an almighty kick. Well, the ball's placed on the tee. Let's get you those scores from around the ground. 17-0 Endeavour Hills in Parkville against University. Footscray 12-5 against Box Hill. Quinn 17-7 against Moorabbin down the road. And of course it's 28-14. The kick pulls back to the left. Swings around and it's perfect. Melbourne back on the board, 14-31. Penalty kick was phenomenal. A good 40 metres he's kicked that. Kiwi Hawthorn need to find the answers. It's been a great attacking game of rugby. It's felt a little bit like sevens on the defensive side though. How can they find the answers? I want to in front of this big crowd at the Lewin Reserve. On their homecoming to the Dewar Shield. Chilcott to kick. Sits up in the air nicely. The centre for Melbourne will get it though in Dave King. Here they come, Melbourne. Herbs pulls it out to the left. Jackson tries to take on one. Will, look at the running hooker. You don't see that every day. Here they come, Melbourne now. Pengelly gets around 1-2. Can't get around the third. It's their big lock in Fenn. He's going to go driving. They appeal Kiwi Hawthorn, they'll get it. And they've held on to the ball for far too long. Kiwi Hawthorn get away with that one. It was a fantastic run by the hooker in Jared Jackson from the Melbourne Rugby Club. Jacob Chilcott's sights are set on the touchline. Kick goes out and into the trees. They'll get a line out just inside still their own half. They have to start winning line outs. They need to win this one. Line out goes short, that's smart. Oh, knocked on though, the ball will go right forward. We're going to come back for the scrum. Exactly what they had to do though. Bit out of the box going short. Going into the pods hasn't worked for them thus far. Going short has. They've won 2 line-outs now. Going short. Scrum time now on the halfway far side here at the Lewin Reserve. A phenomenal day for rugby. And Kiwi Hawthorn's homecoming to the Dewar Shield. This is Rugby Victoria's broadcast of the Dewar Shield in 2025. Melbourne feed the scrum. Scrum's pushing, but not getting anywhere. Herbs will get it out, goes to Landsman, and here they come. Tries to go the 1-2, can't. The dummy run was good though from Landsman. He's held up. Maul is the call. Can they pull it out, Melbourne? They can. They'll force the tackle. Herbs commanding his troops. Gets it out to Van Dyke. Held up on the cricket pitch. Herbs will go. The Gary Owen trying to find his winger in Dalglish. Won't they? Crunching tackle of Chilcott by Pope and Dalglish on either side of him. Kiwi Hawthorn trying to go. Not gaining any metres. They just need to build phases and gain territory. They'll pull it out. Levi with a big kick. Gets it up to the 10. Taken nicely by Herbs. He just waits. He'll kick it himself. Gone up and under. No one's really onside at the moment. One of the quirks of this game. Chilcott kicks from inside his own half. A bounce here would be good. Doesn't quite get it to touch though. Saved nicely by Landsman and the Herbs, and they can just sort of stop here out to Pope. What can Pope do? There's a fair bit of space on that far side if they can get across. They can. The breakaway is nice from Pengelly. Pengelly not pushed into touch. Throws it 15 metres forward. And we'll come back. I think we might talk about if that made its way out of the pitch. The line out or scrum, you'd imagine. Line out, so he did make his way out. How do the Kiwis respond here? 17 points down, line out, big win. Through Clouston, the captain. Trying to get it forward. They've got the numbers out the left side. If they can go there, it'll be hooked back to Chilcott though. He'll kick. Get it out of their half. Pope ends up with the ball centre field. What can they build here? Dalglish. They've still got numbers out wide as well. Through that centre and Page. And that's exactly who they'll find. Page puts on a run. Fends off 1, 2, 3. Was asking a bit too much of him. How can Melbourne build here? They'll have the penalty advantage. Through Wilson. Wilson gets it out wide. It's into the 14 in Pengelly. He's been a handful today. Gillard, Chris Gillard. Look at him move. The big prop gets it there. They'll get it outside. And here they come, Melbourne. Oh, that was a big crunch from Fenn. Fenn's going to try and get through for the line. Held up. A couple of metres to go. Penalty advantage, Melbourne. And we'll stay for the penalty. The referee once again speaking to the Kiwi Hawthorn captain. Kiwis down by 17, Melbourne metres away from their line. Carded. It looks like Chilcott the fly half as well. He's been having a crack for Kiwi today, but he'll have to sit off for the next 10 minutes. For the line they go, and it'll be a line out. Melbourne. I bet you they put it on the rolling maul, they do. Somewhat successfully. They're going to try and maul to the line. Held up. And another penalty to the way of Melbourne. It was in fact a try for Melbourne, and the kick was good, so score pulls out 14-38. Kiwi Hawthorn to restart. Down a player as well. Another host. Herb says his man that he's going to pull out for the Gary Owen. Flag went up, but straight back down. Ball was saved nicely by Melbourne in the end. Trying to get through here is Gillard. Gillard just runs and breaks the tackle. Held up now inside their attacking half. Here they come. Nice little break through the centre. And a nice little grubber kick from Wilson. Trying to get his way through to Fenn. Can't get there. Kiwi Hawthorn saved the ball. Going to clear out the tackle. Try Melbourne. The pressure is applied. And they go end to end perfectly. Kick to come. Score pulls out 14-43. Kick to come from the Spicker shade on the far side of the Lewin Reserve. A healthy crowd in at the Lewin Reserve for the opening round of the Dewar Shield. That kick pulls left. Flags stay down. And the score will stay 14-43. We'll call for half-time. It is Melbourne who lead at the main break. 43-14. We'll be back in a moment from the Lewin Reserve on Kiwi Hawthorn's homecoming to the Dewar Shield in 2025. Welcome back to Rugby Victoria's broadcast of the 2025 Dewar Shield. It's the homecoming game for Kiwi Hawthorn against the Melbourne Rugby Club. They currently trail 43-14. The visitors have put a very nice score on them in the first half. It'll be the visitors who will kick us back off. Halftime breaks done. Waters have been had. Oranges have been eaten. We are underway. We are off and racing for the second half. A big crunching tackle. Clean up there was Glouston. They're going to contest for it. They're going to try and hold on to it here, Kiwi Hawthorn. They will. And probably just held on to it for too long. In fact, they did illegally. Penalty to come inside the 22 or just about on the 22 for Melbourne. They'll kick for the corner. They're going to back in their rolling ball once more. Line out to come. While we're setting up the line out around the grounds, out of Parkville, Endeavour Hills 24-3 against University. At the Dog Pound, Footscray 31-5 against Box Hill. Down the Monash at Quinns. It's the hosts who lead 31-19 against Moorabbin. The rolling ball tries to build. They're going to try and go a second time on it. Out the back of the rolling ball is Lewis Pickford for Melbourne. Reinforcements come. And they're pushing hard for the line. Lee Soa. That means we have a change because he's on the pitch. Herbs will pull it out to his right. It's that man Fenn again. We haven't been able to maul this time. They've got numbers to pull on the right and on the left. Herbs dances around 1-2. Can't quite get through. Hard up at the line. The big man in Gillard in the prop. They've got numbers outside. We're going to keep trying to aim for the corner here, Melbourne. Herbs pulls it out to his right into the fly half in Landsman. Landsman on a big crunching tackle from Levi. Sat down. Levi celebrated like it was rugby league and he didn't have to contest the ruck. But Kiwi Hawthorn pull out the penalty. We've got a man down from Melbourne. We'll have a break in play. Of course, in North Sydney as well, we're in the second half of the Super Rugby Women's Final. New South Wales 29, Queensland 21. An expose of 7 stars playing in that game across both sides as they build for the World Cup later this year over in the UK. Looks like they've got a ball game. But stay with us. We'll be getting live results from around the grounds in the Dewar Shield and, of course, from North Sydney. Couple of changes made for Kiwi Hawthorn as well. Alex Turden leaves the field. Wait a moment. It's number 12, Dave King. There's his scrum. Scrum to come. Kiwi Hawthorn defeated. He's got a big grin on his face there, Turden, so he's okay. Good crowd building here at the Lewin Reserve. Well, already built. We're into the second half here. Kiwi Hawthorn need a lot to go right in this second half if they're to pull something from this match. Set is the call. Scrum to come. Melbourne push back on the scrum. Nice kick into touch and into the Melbourne Rugby Club tent. Be a line out to Melbourne. Once again, Lewis Pickford, the skipper, to throw the line out. Perhaps a bit far for a rolling ball here, but what would I know? Throw comes out. Referee says it's fine. Trying to get through now is Jackson. He went on a big run in the first half. Goes on a big one again. Gets it out to his centre in Page. Melbourne score again. This time, Dalglish. First blood of the second half to Melbourne. And it will go 48-14 at the Lewin Reserve. They're piling on the score. Kick to come. Kicking from the far side. Just north of the 22 is where the kick will come from. For Melbourne, Landsman has had a pretty good kicking day. Just the one fault in his game. And unfortunately, a second miss for Melbourne. The score will stay 48-14. Got a couple minutes now in the second half, and it's been one-way traffic. Coming back onto the ground is Chilcott for Kiwi Hawthorn. Gets a thumbs up. He's allowed. And a couple of changes to come as well. Back into action is the back rower, number 7, Alex Turton for Kiwi Hawthorn as well. A couple of changes made. Chilcott kicks short. Out to the left, Melbourne will try to win it. It somehow ended up in a Kiwi Hawthorn hand in Alfred Clausen. He's been a diamond in the rough for Kiwis today. Phases need to be built. Melbourne's pressure is hot. Couple of players probably offside there. Let the boys play. Nepal gets it out. Tries to fend off one. He can't get through Jackson though. It'll be a penalty the way Kiwi Hawthorn. They're just going to tap and go. And can they make their way through? Trying to. Gets it to that man Turton who's just come back on. Tucker was hard. They try to go wide. Clausen, Chilcott to Levi. Levi leaves it behind. We've got a man down behind the ball. Kiwis effectively playing with one left on the pitch. One less on the pitch, rather. Phases being built for the Kiwis here. The players are starting to build. And here they come. Chilcott lets that go forward. Kiwis will gather, but we'll come back for a scrum. Going to take a moment for the injured player in centre field. A great afternoon of rugby out at the Lewin Reserve. It looks fantastic. The Kiwis are back in the Dewar Shield. That means 4 games and a bye each week throughout the season. You can join us every Saturday afternoon through Rugby Victoria's Facebook page. We'll be broadcasting Match of the Day. Scrum built. It'll be fed in by Herbst. Herbst pulls it out to his left. Trying to make their way through is Melbourne. Trying to build well. Herbst just elects to go right this time. And here they come on a nice run. Jackson, that man again. Melbourne are going to go. That was forward. They went a couple metres forward, in fact. Otherwise, Jackson was out. It's like watching a thoroughbred do his work at Moonee Valley. He's been great to watch, Jared Jackson, for the Melbourne Rugby Club today. That pass was forward, though. We'll come back for the scrum. Oh, we're building the scrum. Let's go around the grounds one more time here in the Dewar Shield. At Parkville, Endeavour Hills 24-3. At the Pound, Footscray 38, Box Hill 5. Down the road at Quinns, the home team leads Moorabbin. That score 38-19. Got an updated score at Footscray 45-5 now. Kiwis trying to go. Levi, he's got a paddock to work with. He's got Pope. And here they come now, Kiwis. They look fantastic on that far side. Gee, the pass just wasn't great. Didn't link up again. The ball ended up, play must have gone into touch, and we'll have a line out instead. Melbourne with another line out. Promising signs, though, for the Kiwis on their return to the Dewar Shield. I think a lot can be said about the cohesion of this team. You can build that. You can build a successful side in 25. To North Sydney, and the score 36 New South Wales, Queensland 21 in the Super W final. Melbourne win the line out and can now come through their man in Tomlin. He's been phenomenal today for the Melbourne Rugby Club. We'll go through Gillard. Gillard just been as good as well. Breaks a couple of tackles. Is held up just shy of the cricket pitch. The pick and go was nice for the number 7 in Van Dyke. Not of the Virgil variety. The Gary Owen from Landsman pulls it back to Levi. Bartholomew Levi dances around 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's going to get Gillard as well here. Here comes Levi. Goes the Goose. Held up. Good tackle by Van Dyke. Trying to get the ball out now. Kiwi Hawthorn through Turton. Finds his man in O'Callaghan. Held up. Tries to do a bit of an up and under kick. And Melbourne can break. The flick is on for him. Will go himself instead. Here comes the big number 5 in Fenn. Fenn held up. His foot might have been in touch. Flag is raised. This game's getting a little bit heated. Gentlemen, please. A feisty rivalry. Over a decade in the making. It's been brewing. It can all be let out now. Chilcott having words with the Tachi. A bit of feedback as well from both sets of supporters at the Lewin Reserve. We're going to have a little break in play here. The referee just going to have words to each captain. Each players. The line out to the Kiwis. Got a man down on the ball. Unfortunately, wasn't given a team sheet for Kiwi Hawthorn. I can't tell you who it was. Kiwi in their all black uniform with a bit of white piping on their collar. Melbourne in their traditional green and navy blue. Line out, 1 by Kiwi Hawthorn. Things like that have to go right for them. Maul builds. Doesn't get anywhere though. Cause of leave it. Not sure Melbourne actually know where the ball was. There you go, Melbourne get the whistle in their favour again. The pressure was just too much, unfortunately, for the Kiwis. We're going to have a change in the prop stocks. Off comes our man Gillard. And on comes Tolai Tato. Melbourne feed the scrum and push hard away to the right. Advantage towards Melbourne. The dummy run was fantastic. And bursting through the line, Elliot Page. Melbourne sneak another. Score tips over 50. 53-14. And a kick to come. It's been Melbourne's day here in Hawthorn. Try to Elliot Page. A nice, what looked like a dummy run. Elected to go to him. A nice line break. Gets the try for Melbourne. Landsman to kick. Kick, pinpoint perfect once more. 14:55 at the Lewin Reserve. Another try to New South Wales in the Super W final. 41-21 now from the North Sydney Oval. And in the Dewar Shield around the grounds, Endeavour Hills have put a bit of a score now on Uni. The Students down 38-3. At the Dog Pound, it's 45-5 to Footscray. Quinn's up 45-19 to Moorabbin. And of course here, we've gone 55-14. I hope. Yeah, kick was good, so 55-14. Restart happens, Kiwi Hawthorns end up with the ball. That was well done by the Kiwis. They've shown signs today of a good football side. Chilcott flicks it out nicely. Gets a little offload. And Nepal tries to get it to Levi. Levi gets his hands off. And here they come, Kiwis. This ball can stay in. I don't think it will. Or just. Millimetres in line. Trying to break the line at Kiwi Hawthorn now. Making their way to the 22. Still being contested by Melbourne. Chilcott tries the line break. Can't. Held up nicely by Tomalin. Ball knocked on. Scrum to come for Melbourne. 55-14. Plenty happening, but it has been Melbourne's day. Kiwi Hawthorn opened the scoring inside the opening 2 minutes, but since then it's just been one-way traffic. Scrum to come and be fed in by the Melbourne Rugby Club. Referee will have a word with them. We'll wait a couple more moments before the boys can play. Crouch is the call, then bind. And we get a set. So we're going to scrum this time. Herbs feeds it. Melbourne have not lost a scrum today. Kick was good. Probably not quite what Melbourne would have wanted. Able to stay inside their own half. Line out to come. Matt Austin to throw it in. Austin to throw. Kiwis lose another line out. And a big kick. And now a big run. Levi's going to get onto the end of it though. But Pickford could have dreamt. Kick is good from Levi. Gets it back up to halfway. Plenty going on in the comments of this broadcast as well. Melbourne supporters, nice and confident. It's been a good outing for them. 55-14 at the minute. 3/4 through this match. Pickford to throw. Been an organised unit in their scrum. Won't maul it halfway. Herbs gets it out. Tomlin's good. His hands were nice. And now they can go on the outside, Melbourne, through Pope. Pope's going to run. Pope's going to go the dummy. He's going to try to get there himself. Can't. Held up nicely. Kiwi Hawthorn have won the ball back. I suspect that might have been offside, though. Not smart footy from the Kiwis. Plenty to like about them, though, despite what the score says. Referee's going to have a word with him quickly. Melbourne to feed the scrum. Clinton Herbs, vice captain of the Melbourne Rugby Club. Scrum pushes forward very nicely. Through the 5. Ball's going to keep going. The picking goes nice. Try scored again for Melbourne. Went himself there, the number 8 in Lewis Pickford. Score hits 60 with a kick to come. At 60-14, Melbourne are leading at the Lewin Reserve. Brutal one-way traffic for Melbourne today. They've been phenomenal from the get-go. Landsman to kick. Only a couple of misses from him. Maybe just the one. Might be his second. Scores will say 60-14. And about a quarter of an hour left in this one. Couple of changes to be made from the Kiwis as well. Chilcott to get us back underway. Has kicked well today, must be said. Kiwis kick short again, try to win it, can't. No, we're going to go hard on that far side. Running back onto it now is Landsman. Herbs gets it out, and here's Pope the fullback. Pope down to round 1. Goes the offload on the second. And here they come now, Melbourne. He's got options on his left and right. The big man in Fenn. Fenn's going, and here comes Jackson the hooker. Gets it out wide. Pengelly to score for Melbourne. It's raining tries at the Lewin Reserve. Melbourne find the line again. 65-14, kick to come. Landsman to kick perfectly from our broadcast position. This is a statement win from Melbourne to kick off their Dewar Shield campaign after missing finals last year. A kick again, phenomenal from Landsman. Melbourne are building a score of the cricket variety, 67-14. Still time left in this game for more to come. Chilcott of the Jacob variety kicks us off again for Kiwi Hawthorn. It's going to end up in the hands of Dalglish. All he's got to do is beat Klaus in it. Steps around him, can't. Does though. Gets around another one. And here they come. Melbourne look good. Gets it off to the big man in Fenn. Tries to build for the line, can't. The number 5 gets to the 5 metre line. Has got numbers out wide in Penn Gully. There'll be a yellow card and a penalty to come for Melbourne. A tap and go is quickly. This is big from the substitution in Holm. He just entered the field of play. Tries to get it out wide to Pengelly. Another penalty for Melbourne for offside. They'll kick for touch. And a line out to ensure on the 5 metre line. Line out's good. Rolling ball comes. Rolling ball built by Wilson. Gets it out. There's Soa. Trying to get to the line, can't quite. The pick and go is good. They're going to appeal for the try. I'm going to have a talk to the touchy here. Knock on, it'll be for Kiwi Hawthorn to feed. A range of substitutions to make their way onto the field. There's number 19, Joshua Murphy. Number 21, Damien Walker. Number 20, Callum Shand. A change of positioning as well. Landsman to fullback as Pope makes his way from the field to the applause of the Melbourne Rugby Club supporters. Scrum feed to come for Kiwi Hawthorn. Damien Walker's made his way into scrum half with a scrum cap on. A big push back from Melbourne. Kiwi Hawthorn on the back foot here. Gets it into their number 12 in Nepal. He's been good today for Kiwis. They're going to try and go. Pushes it back. Chilcott to kick for the line. Hooks it around. It'll get there. We're going to have a ball in on the halfway line. So we build for this line out. Not long to play out in this one. Just north of 10 minutes to go. Going to get through is Jackson, the running hooker. Walker tries to get it out. The ball's looked to be knocked forward. No word to be said from the referee, so we'll play on. Ball spills out, picked up by the centre in Page. Page goes running, brought to the line. Here they come. Big Soa. Picks and goes. Now out to Shand. Callum Shand. No meters gained. What's Walker going to do here? Pulls it out to his right. Back to Jackson. Jackson's going to go for a run. Gets it to the 5. Someone's scrum cap's fallen off in all of this. They're going to go wide here, Kiwi Hawthorn. Trying to get it out to Landsman. He can't quite get through. He's moved into a fullback position now. Walker goes wide. Melbourne almost off free line to the line. They're going to pick. They're going to go. And they're going to score. Another try for the Melbourne Rugby Club, and the Unicorns are beaming home for what is going to be a big win to start off season 2025 for the Melbourne Rugby Club. Scores ballooned out to 72-14. Kick to come. Leadsman still on kicking duties. That shade is beaconed across the line, across the ground. That kick hooks out to the left and will miss. Score will say 72-14, perhaps fatigue a factor now for Landsman. But his kicking game has been incredible today, the fly half. Scores quickly from around the grounds and never heals against Uni. It's 38-3 at Parkville. At the Dog Pound, it's Footscray 66-5 against Box Hill. And down at Quinns, the hosts lead 64 to Moorabbin's 26. Kiwis kick off and held up at the 22 at the moment. Walker thought about a kick, didn't. This is a nice little run now from Melbourne. They really only got a couple to beat. Was going to go wide, was O'Day. And here they come, Melbourne. Walker, if he can run onto this. Oh, he can't. He just goes back. Walker gets a second chance at it. He's got numbers wide. He'll take the tackle instead on the 5. Reinforcements from O'Day. The picking goal is nice. And the winger's going to get there. Dalgleish will score for Melbourne. It's getting ugly at the Lewin Reserve. 77-14, kick to come. And still a handful of minutes to play. On a hot day here in Hawthorn. T on the line of the 22. Landsman to kick. And another miss, so the score stays 77-14. Ball makes her way back onto the ground from the crowd. It's hot for everyone. It's hot for the ball boys as well. Kiwis to kick off. Taken well. Melbourne can try and push here. Getting a bit of deja vu now. This is how their last try was built. Pickford of the Lewis variety. Trying to get through, can't. Walker setting up as if he's going to kick. And will. Goes to Gary Owen. Lovely town in Ireland, Gary Owen. Levi gets the ball. A nice line break. Trying to get through. Landsman does. He's been held up though. On the 10. Ball finds its way out. We'll have a line out going to be thrown by Melbourne. Story of the day. Of course, a break next weekend for Easter, and then round 2 Anzac Day weekend. It's a nice chance to reset and have a look at their season, Kiwi Hawthorn, after round 1. Throw is good, won well by the number 5 in Fenn. Here come Melbourne. The goose was on, he didn't want to do it though. He teased us. Walker goes out wide. Here come Melbourne, nice little kick. A good block by Kiwis. Pengali's trying to get it through. And we're going to pull the ball's going to come back. Penalty for Melbourne. They'll kick toward their 22. That's where their eyes will be set. That's just about where the ball goes. Minutes to play. Referee's just conversing. I wonder if they're thinking maybe we don't have time for a line out. They'll agree on it though. And Pickford the skipper to throw. Throws good, Walker. So one last roll of the dice for Melbourne. Trying to make his way through was Murphy. Got a nice set of hair on him, Murphy. Walker has lost the ball. And they'll get the penalty. Going to kick for the corner. Well, that's what his players are telling him. I think most importantly, that's what his captain's telling him. Kicks for touch. We'll have another line out. Last chance for Melbourne to crack 80. A phenomenal day for rugby. We'll miss this in a couple months. 30 degrees here in Melbourne, sunny conditions. A couple of clouds in the sky, but blue for the most part. Over to throw. One nicely by Wilson. Maul and Shoes. Very European of them, the rolling maul. They've used it on a number of occasions. So look at this maul go. It's going hard for the line. Melbourne triumphant in Hawthorn. They'll crack 80. The perfect way to start their season. And the Unicorns are getting ready to celebrate a big round 1 win. Another score for Melbourne. 1482. We'll have a kick to come. And I reckon we might be calling curtains on round 1 of the Dewar Shield. Landsman to kick. Oh, it's good. And the Unicorn supporters on that far side are lapping it up. 84-14, it's a 70-point deficit. The Lewin Reserve just quickly around the grounds. At Parkville, Udi down 45-3. Footscray have put 73 on Box Hills 5. The Quins have had a massive second half, 78-26 at the Holmes Glen Reserve, the Harlequin Rugby Club. And of course, Powerhouse, the reigning premiers, with a bye this round. Chilcott to kick. Remember, no games in the Dewar Shield next week because of the Easter break. Yeah, I don't think he can do that. I don't think he can come around from the side like that. Penalty to Melbourne. Kiwis a bit to work on. over this little break, this little in-season break. Kicks for the line, doesn't get there, saved by Levi. Bartholomew Levi for the Kiwis. Can go on a bit of a run here, we've got it back up to halfway. Trapped and into touch. Curtains called, Unicorns prevail. 84-14, the perfect way to start their season. And for the Kiwis, it's a shock on their return to the Dewar Shield. Only the one lead change to speak of. Kiwis scoring the first points, and then it was all one-way traffic after that. Final scores at Lewin Reserve. The Melbourne Rugby Club 84, the Kiwis 14.